Hi girlies! So today we are in my favorite part of my room, my reading corner, and I just love this corner so much because of my horror movie posters and just honestly I sit in this corner all day long. But I digress. There's nowhere near the point of this video. The point of this video is to do a book review for The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This was my first Christina Lauren book, and when I tell you this book did not disappoint, okay? Like, I literally love this book so much. I cried while reading this book, and we're gonna get into why I cried a little bit later. But I really wanted to review this book because I want to keep a balance between books I give negative reviews and books I give positive reviews, just because I don't want people to come on my channel and think all she does is like review books negatively, or I don't want people to think that I only review like negative books. And I just want to talk about my favorite books more often, and this is now one of my all-time favorite books. But we're just gonna get into the review for this book. The Unhoneymooners is about a girl named Olive and her sister. She has an identical twin sister named Amy who is getting married. The guy Amy is marrying is named Dane, and Dane's older brother name is Ethan. Ethan and Olive do not get along. Like, they do not get along at all. At their wedding, Amy is a very cheap person. She's not really cheap, but she just loves coupons and getting things for deals and stuff like that. So she got like a dinner. Like, she got like a coupon for this dinner, and like 200 people at their like reception got sick. So, like, including her and the groom. So Amy got her twin sister Olive and Dane's older brother Ethan to go on their honeymoon in Hawaii together, just because Amy also got a coupon for that, and she didn't want to, like, she could not go because like they already had a deal and stuff. And since they were identical, Olive just went as Amy, and then Ethan went as Dane, because, you know, Dane and Ethan are siblings, which I don't know, I thought that was like really smart. I don't know, random. But I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it so much. It was a hate to love romance. It made me some lovers, and not fake dating, but fake married. Fake married is literally, like, fake dating and fake married is literally my favorite trope. Like, if you didn't know, To All the Boys I Loved Before is my all-time favorite book. I literally read that book 3 times a year. Like, I love it so much. There's also a book, The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory, and it's a fake, like, they fake date to go to a wedding. Like, guys, I need to do a fake dating / fake married recommendations video. So if you guys would love to see that, like, let me know, comment down below, and I'm gonna hook y'all up because I just love it. Like, it's just so cute. This book really made me cry because while I was reading it, I realized that I was really lonely and no one else was ever gonna love me the way that they and no one else was ever gonna love me, and that made me really sad. But I was just like, the stuff that he said to her was so cute, and it was weird. It was like a weird cute because, like, I don't know, I just love the way like hate to love interests like act towards each other. Like, they have like this ongoing like joke that they hate each other, so like when they talk to each other, it's like an inside joke kind of, but not really, if that makes sense. And Ethan and Olive were never afraid to speak their mind to each other. I will say that the only problem that I had, like, I like adult books and new adult books, but the thing that I see that occurs a lot is the fact that, so I was trying to look in the camera and it made me uncomfortable, sorry. The thing that I don't really like about new adult and adult books is the fact that they always have like a wedding at the end, or somebody gets proposed to, or somebody like has a baby. Like, it's always one of the 3. So when I read this epilogue, I already knew what was coming, so I didn't even read the epilogue. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I read the first page of the epilogue and then I skipped to the end of the book. I'm trash, and that's completely fine. Like, I'm fine with that, but the fact that so many of them that I read in the exact same way, it kind of just is getting like boring. I just love so many things about this book. Like, he did a romantic gesture and I literally was crying. Like, I love romantic gestures in like books and movies, I guess because I will probably never get one, but I just love it so much, so I want to live it through the book, because I know that like nobody really does romantic gestures these days. Like, just in general, like the fact that I read it in the book, like, I don't know, I just love when guys like go over the top, and like if they they have like an inside joke, and he used that inside joke as like their the romantic gesture. And it just made me so sad that I am so lonely. Like, but I do want to talk about the characters. I absolutely loved the characters. I loved Olive because she reminded me a lot of herself. Like, she is very unlucky, like me. Like, I am so unlucky. Like, you guys, like, if you watch my vlogs, you know that in my vlogs, like, I'm always complaining about how something bad has happened to me. Like, my books always come like without a dust jacket, or the dust jacket rips, or I open a package and like the whole thing rips in half, or like when I got Game of Thrones, I literally, like, the pages, there were like parts of the pages missing. Not pages, like, there weren't missing pages, there were parts of the pages. I was reading To All the Boys I Loved Before once, and I realized that there was literally a whole page missing, like, in the book. Like, I have the worst luck ever. I have the worst luck when it comes to men. Like, guys always ghost me. There's a story, like, I have this tag called the BookTube boyfriend tag, but you would know that because I never filmed the tag myself. Because when I was going to film the tag, I was dating my ex at the time, and like literally it was a Monday that I texted him. I was like, oh, I just came up with this tag, like, we should film it. And he was like sick that day too. And he was like, okay, well, I'm still feeling sick, but I'll like, we can film the tag Sunday, right? So 2 days later, he actually breaks up with me. And this whole time, it turns out he's been thinking about breaking up with me. So he kind of just like played along. The story was supposed to be funny, but the more I talked about it, it was actually very depressing. So, also like how, like, Olive always stood her ground, and like every time she was arguing with Ethan, like, I was like, yes girl, you go girl. But I feel like there was a point when low-key people would just feel like her being mad at him was like childish, and like the things that she got mad at him for were like so over dramatic. But I was like, those were things that I would be mad at my significant other for too, and I would drag it out. Like, I would drag it out. But I also hold grudges for like ever. Like, even when he did the romantic gesture for her, I probably would have been like letting it drag out for a little bit longer, just because of like what happened. And I would have been like, okay, you gonna have to work a little bit harder for this. Like, I know you worked hard, but you gotta work a little bit harder, like, you know. But that's because like literally I hold grudges forever. That's probably why I'm so lonely. I just loved her attitude. Let's get on to the other character, Ethan. I really liked Ethan. He reminded me of Nick from New Girl. Very like cheap and like grumpy. Not grumpy, but very like cheap and like old manish. Like, I just love when guys in like books and TV shows act like way older than what they do. Like, if you watch New Girl, you know like how Nick literally acts like a 50-year-old in a 30-year-old's body, and like that's just my favorite like trope ever. It kind of reminded me of Danny from the Mindy Project in the same way, because Danny kind of acts a lot older than he is, but he's also very responsible with his money. And it's like weird because Ethan was cheap, but in a responsible way. Like, he wasn't like cheap in the Nick way where he was just cheap and poor, but he was cheap in a responsible way. Like, he just wanted to like save his money, like, if that makes sense. The book was so funny. I believe they were a Latinx family. So I am not like a Latina or anything, so I wouldn't know if the representation was good or not. I don't know if Christina or Lauren, because they're two different authors, I don't know if either one of them are Latina either, so I really don't know like if the representation is good. I will say that the family aspect in this book I also really like. Like, it just reminds me a lot of To All I Boys I Loved Before in like similar ways, because that book has like a good family aspect, and this book also had like a really good family aspect. Like, she was very close with like her cousins and her mom. Her mom and her dad was literally so hilarious to me. And like, I loved her cousin Diego. Like, he was like my favorite side character. I didn't really like Amy. I don't know why. She just really annoyed me. And I didn't like Dane either, because he was just like bland and boring and a tool. But I really loved Ethan. Like, I just love their dynamic together, and I really like this book. And I typically don't really read contemporary romance, but I have been on a contemporary romance kick. Like, I've just been in a mood to like watch rom-coms and read rom-coms. And I think it's just like summer being here, so maybe I'll have some rom-com. Maybe I'll have some contemporary romance / chick lit book recommendations, because I have not picked up like a fantasy book in so long, and I have no regrets. Like, after this video, I'm probably gonna read some more Christina Lauren, and I'm just gonna read like all of the contemporary romance that I have been missing out on. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm surprised if you stayed this long, but yeah, bye.